Okay, firstly, for both our sakes, you have a mouse, right? You know, little thing moves around. Okay, so notice how slowly dragging it over to click on another video is a pretty good choice, because that means you wouldn't be watching this. But the first best choice is actually to click on this little guy right here, and please set this to 1.5 speed or double speed, okay? Precisely so I can sound like this, because I'm a version of me now that gets shit over with quicker, because I'm sexy and right about things 90% of the time. Because see, I bring up a lot of good points, but what I'd be doing more of is actually bringing down your will to live the longer I ramble on for, and your attention span, which is, we don't want that to happen. But I did call this an over-analysis, so you did click on this wanting someone to ramble about this shit, I guess. So yeah, seriously, do that right now. Or if, unlike me, you'd prefer to watch this in normal speed for some reason, probably because, I don't know, maybe English isn't your first language. So if you're gonna do that, I'd personally recommend taking the side monitor approach, which is where you have like your phone in the kitchen while you're making breakfast or something, or you're falling asleep to me. Because let's be honest, for big rambly content like this, I think it's best received as like background noise or something you listen to passively, or, you know, something you just relax to if you're a crazy person with a lot of free time. Not unlike me. Okay, Jesus, that's enough. Alright, off you go. Okay, new Borderlands 4 trailer just came out, and I got no face mic this time because I don't want to bother dicking around with settings and to orient it in a way that's humorous, of course, because it's an idea that would come from me. But anyway, yeah, okay, so coming out in September, that's simultaneously not surprising, but also kind of surprising because everyone's obviously kind of considering the fact that it released with GTA 6, and, you know, they're thinking that's just competitive and they wouldn't do it, but Gearbox did it because, I don't know, maybe they're stupid. Likely mature. Interesting. I like the trailer song. So, yeah, scrappy chest. Looks like a Borderlands 3 Jacobs Maliwan SMG thing with a kind of like a circular grip. Damn, you know what that looks like? That looks like one of those, God damn it, what are they called? They are called a bullet force gun? Like bullet force, like dart gun or some shit. I'm gonna find this comparison. No, it's not called bullet force. Like dart gun with, like, foam dart gun with a circular grip. Oh, come on, give it to me. Where is it? Okay, quick little disclaimer. This was literally the most satisfying thing to finally find its comparison to. I consulted my friend. I'm like, okay, what the fuck else is there aside from Nerf? In like the whole department of, like, you know, dart guns, like what, and he immediately said Boomco. I was like thinking like Dartco, Blastco. He got me with Boomco, and I said, Dad, isn't there that gun, remember, that I had with like the circular grip that like you'd flick with yeah, centrifugal force? Look, okay, so there's a new Borderlands trailer that just came out, and I like pretty much got hung up on this one gun that they showed. And I was trying to find the gun it reminded me of. Like, there's a gun with a circle grip. What is it? What is it? And I like pretty much like halted my procedure to analyzing everything because I just wanted to talk about the singular gun. Yeah, it just looks like this one Nerf gun that I know about. Okay, we got a Vladoff, definitely. That looks like a Vlad. Oh, and final note, you don't have to like the video, but I would appreciate if you comment your thoughts on the trailer currently, and then after I explain to you some of my reasonings on things, I want to see if I influence your perspective on some stuff and see how it's changed. So yeah, like, edit your comment afterward. I'm not sure if that's too much to ask for, if you just don't even want to think, but yeah, that'd be neat. Thank you if you can do that. Anyways, all of this off the cuff, not very Jolts Dude-like in its clear-cut summary-ishness, as you likely could have guessed at this point, but I will be doing that in intermittent portions of the video, probably after the end of each big chapter segment on the timeline in the video. So I put the timestamps of those summaries in the description. So if you came here wanting a bit of that because you wondered to yourself, well, I just wanted to know what the top 10 biggest things I may have missed were. So there they are. Off. Legendary. That's Timekeeper's money. Look at that. He has his own currency on this planet. They reused the Borderlands 3 ammo models there, so that's interesting. mean, Gearbox has done a lot of asset reuse. It's not a problem. I wonder if this is what the animations of picking up weapons are going to look like. Jesus Christ. Okay, so we have, like, what, saw blade weapons or something? What the fuck is that? Looks like they may have kind of adopted some of the mechanics from Wonderlands with those weird wave guns, right? You know, those, they had the specific barrel, and they would shoot out this wave that's able to, like... It wasn't good, but it was a neat concept, so I wonder if they're kind of trying to, like, reintegrate that, but have it be actually good this time. That looks like Maliwan, but for a moment I was inclined to say Iridian because of the, I mean, what looks like could possibly be a floaty bit, but it just looks kind of like sleekishly alien. This is weird. This is definitely like a new manufacturer or something. Can't really clock the theming on that. Oh yeah, it shoots saw blades. Look at that. It does. I didn't even notice it because the effect kind of made it translucent. Kind of. It fucking almost is. Yeah, it's like a saw blade launcher. Oh, that's fun. Yeah. Passes through her. It's like the fucking cartoon timing. Blade goes through, but only like a few seconds after does she actually turn into mush. Jesus. Yeah, so it's gory. They're, of course, maintaining a lot of the violence. That's quite nice, so I'm not sure why. You can literally see a brain. Not sure why they would tack on the likely mature rating. You know what? Probably because complementative to all the violence you'd get in gameplay, you know, maybe the writing is still stupid. Oh, this is Big Glove Girl. Threw a grenade in its mouth. Oh, let me see the scope on that. Yeah, that's like a... Whoa. Yeah, Maliwan with, that kind of, like, under... barrel, like, blade from 3, where it split into 2. It kind of was like a... I'm trying to think of the right word. Prong, in a way. That's also Maliwan. So, Sliding does have this kind of... Whoa! Hey, what's that? There's a little effect down there. Is that an element of the HUD that they couldn't have censored? Like, with their, like, little turn off the HUD feature that they use for these trailers and shit? They couldn't have done that. So it's probably... So, guys, he's getting shot at, and he's taking armor damage. So that means... I mean, I'm assuming that's, like, what that means. Armor? It looks kind of like a shield. Maybe that means the health and shields are on the right side this time, or it's we could potentially reorient the HUD to our liking. So that's kind of neat. Yeah, weird like laser gun. They're gonna have oh, and he shoots rockets too, of course. Okay. Yeah, grenade. Is that like an armor piece? Are they gonna have like fucking... Because I had this idea that maybe Borderlands could sort of like expand their like loot within utility. Like when you kill enemies, it's not just money and ammo that you're getting. Maybe you're getting armor packs and like food that you're able to consume during a fight. Because that seems kind of goofy and rambunctious in a way that kind of Borderlands can implement, you know, appropriately. Like items that are loot, but they aren't just weapons. Like I'd say the... like if yeah, I know, like there's class mods and there's grenades, those are weapons, but there's relics and shit which like upgrade you, but there's definitely like kind of this unexplored like area of loot somewhere. Like of course you'd have to think of a little bit to compile all your thoughts together to imagine what the possibilities could be, but there's an area that's not explored and it's probably like resources. So I wonder if you kill enemies, they can drop not only, you know, ammo, guns, yada yada, but they drop pieces of a gun or, you know, the resource that you need to craft a part. So, and by the way, I guarantee they're making heavy considerations on what would be appropriate for, like, you know, gun crafting in Borderlands, because I've heard a lot of contention on that idea, and I feel like it could work, because there's a large portion of Borderlands players that are casual. In fact, they're mainly casual. They're not going to have the patience to constantly grind and farm, because they're not crazy people. They have lives that they have to get to. So there's a way to kind of incorporate that grind, getting something, so you have to keep killing enemies, but then you get a resource, and now the grind is kind of like within your control. It's not necessarily a slot machine roll as much. That's something. What the fuck is that? And then here's his shit. Here's his fucking axes again. Whoa! He has like a jetpack or something. He's definitely like elevating right now. He's flying up with a jetpack. Hey, the textures on this are way better. This is like newer gameplay. Yeah, that shit from Borderlands, from the first trailer, the official reveal trailer, that stuff was muted, it was murky, it didn't feel as complete. It's kind of like how when Halo Infinite revealed this gameplay, everyone like pointed out how like clay-like and flat it appeared. Some people thought it was part of the aesthetic. In fact, for a moment, in Borderlands' case, I thought that was also part of the aesthetic. They're going for like a gloomier, more neutral color scheme for everything. But yeah, it's gonna be colorful and crazy. And that's not a problem. I'm just saying, it's just like now that I pointed it out, take a moment to really look at it and you'll notice. Yeah, it's better. Immediately just turns into a blood pile. Or blood puddle. Yeah, see, he dropped another thing. I don't know, this could be just like, I don't know, power up, pick up things. Why is its quality getting shit? Yeah, this weird fucking emphasis on triangles, man. Are we gonna have like a weird like blink, like time related ability where you know press a button and then like you have Tracer's power from Overwatch or something, and it does all these triangle it applies this triangle effect on your screen because the fucking timekeeper is triangle. So that looks like doll, or it's like a Meteor shotgun thing. That's a Meteor. That's a Meteor. Oh, okay, we're closer. Yeah, that's like an armor. We're gonna have armor, aren't we? Yeah, that's an armor drop. That's money. Why is the money so goddamn luminescent? Jesus. Bandit with like a weird shoulder cannon thing. What the fuck is that? Yeah, we're definitely gonna have like jetpacks or something, or double jumps. Oh shit, he's getting in his vehicle. Is this the vehicle, or? Because each Vault Hunter, I guarantee it, I definitely was able to interpret, I think, clearly enough. I haven't heard many people talking about it, but each Vault Hunter is going to get their own, like, customized, like, vehicle, like, tailored to the character. It's relatively going to function the same. It's probably going to be like a fucking ghost or whatever, like from Halo, but they're going to just, like, have a different skin, essentially. It's going to be more characteristic to the person you're playing. Oh, wait, no, this is the guy! This is the, yeah, because look, the triangle's in the middle. This is the fucking, the most generic looking character that we have. The Vault Hunter. Yeah, this is the, Jesus, exosuit. Fuck. God. Okay. Yeah, that's a Vladov. You can tell with the spinny barrel. I kind of got like a interesting triangular sight there. Throwing out. Oh shit! Are we gonna have like? I think this might be like a Wonderland spell sort of situation. Look at that. That looks almost identical to a... Oh, it's the siren. You can tell with her arm. So this could either be her ability, or we have something like a spell shot from Wonderlands again, because that looks like one of the spell shot abilities. Again with the armor. There's definitely going to be an armor system. Shotgun ammo. God damn, it's immediately turned him into pulp. That looks like a Polybius from Borderlands 3. That looks like a Borderlands 3 like Meteor shotgun. Yeah, we're definitely getting a lot of like Borderlands 3 assets in this. See, I'm kind of torn on this like really like realistic appearance with the black lines, or whether Jesus, I'm like forgetting my fucking placement of words. Yeah, I'm torn between whether I like it or I don't like it. Yeah. Because obviously I've talked about my stances with stylization, but you know what? It's like coming through quite with some good pronunciation. Like, this is not a bad, like, Borderlands look. I think they've kind of honed the visibility a bit better. Like, they're making background elements not as, you know, stylized, but foreground elements very black and, you know, cartoonish. So, kind of with the closer things that you're interacting with, that's where you get that full unadulterated Borderlands, but the foreground is going to be kind of like cleaner, and it creates a better contrast, so visibility is not as murky. Yeah, this Vladoff sounds really, like, oomphy. Hope it's like I hope we get something like the auto shotgun from Doom Eternal. Dude, that thing is so fun just to, like, tear into enemies. Oh, man. And if this gore is representative of, you know, any, like, extension to, like, the type of, like, gore systems we've seen in previous games, if it's anything like Doom Eternal's, since I brought Doom Eternal up, dude, oh, man, that would be so good. Seeing how much damage you've done to an enemy, like, diegetically, just through, like, all the flesh that's been torn off their bones. I mean, maybe Borderlands doesn't need it. Maybe the health bars is the only thing that we really need, but still, that'd just be awesome. That's a relic, by the way, from Borderlands 3. Totally looks like it. Or maybe it's like a shitty shield. No, this isn't an assault rifle. Squeeze. Using it. So that's, hey, this is that ice area. We're in that kind of, like, pocketed, like, sort of canyon portion. Like, it was shown in the trailer. This, like, this mountain right here is this, like, evil lair that shoots purple shit up into the sky. Okay, so he has a charge. Okay. So, the things that aren't attached to him manage to propel him forward. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, cool. Yeah, so it's like a timekeeper drone thing. Did he infuse him with corrosion, or is this just like a naturally corrosive timekeeper drone? Yeah, it looks like it's a corrosive timekeeper drone. They might be they might be adaptive, potentially. Oh, hey, there's that Jacobs revolver that we saw in the first trailer, but now it's shittier looking and it has a blade. Yeah, same Borderlands 3 Jacobs revolver animation. That's Tedior splitting into multiple guns. Okay, yeah, you know. It's literally a fucking lost soul from Doom that he's holding up as a grenade that kills him. So suicide psychos, of course. That's the same animation from Borderlands 3. I can tell. By the way, whenever I point out, look, oh, same animation, it's just a call out. Like, I'm just sort of planting the realization. It's not like a same animation, grr. I mean, I guess it could be like a complaint in a way, but you know. Jesus, turns into two giant glorified arms. Yeah, so we got clip-fed pump double shotties once more. These absurd, like, Borderlands 3 Jacobs shotguns. Yeah, the guns are, like, very Borderlands 3-esque. So, yeah, that's one of the ideas that I had. I mean, it's not, okay, it's not, like, fucking unique to me or anything, but Jesus, like, you know, swimming combat was something I'd been thinking about Borderlands potentially implementing. I'm like, would that work for it? And I always, like, strongly associated it with, like, maybe another, like, pirate-themed DLC or something where you go to, you know, one of the, like, the ocean planets or the aquamarine class planets, as they call them, or something, and that's where that gameplay justification, you know, comes in the strongest. But yeah, we might have, yeah, we have swimming. We literally have swimming. Yeah, wow. Holy shit, I'm annoying. Sorry, I just had to point that out. Yeah. It's arena defined. It's where it's placed in the arena. That's a bummer, but you know, like, we'll see how it works out. It looks like it's not, look, it's not specific to the brawler guy. See, this is the dude with the exosuit. So we're in the clear on that. It's not character specific, at least. I wonder if they'll do my Encompass, like, skill tree idea. because there's this idea that I had, which is pretty much like the Guardian rank thing, but it uses skill points, where it actually gives you stuff that's like not like incremental and kind of like a tiny little like bonus. It's an actual legitimate like skill tree that isn't character specific, like shit that will unlock, you know, wall jumping from Apex or wall crawling from Apex, yada yada. Just, you know, think of everything. And I wonder if that'll be included within some sort of like general skill tree that everyone shares. I wouldn't mind that, because, you know, moi had thought of it, so it's probably gonna work. Yeah, cool. I like this cool like little holographic on this Jacob shotgun. It's borrowing the Borderlands 1 model with this weird kind of like bent curve here. Enemies fearing you, potentially. There could be like a fear system in place. Enemies wanting to retreat. I mean, there's enemies who reposition and stuff, but there's not like a system where it's like you do enough damage to one enemy, or, you know, torment them by lighting them on fire, and then it scares like the lower tier fodder or something. That's, quite frankly, that was something I was just recently starting to like juggle around with, just to see if it you know, could be something that's cool to implement in Borderlands. I mean, overall, like Borderlands as like as a series can almost like do anything that other shooters do and it'd be okay, because like its uniqueness is offered through like the variety of weapons it has, its whole procedural fucking gun system, and then the backdrop to that can just be like whatever shooter you really want it to be, and then of course the art style, and then people would still be like, just feels like Borderlands, you know? Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, so we got grappling. Okay, so what, throwing knife again? That Jacob's throwing knife? Doll chest. I wonder if they'll have like some of the pre-sequel like lootables like enter this landscape. I just want there to be some kind of like small little like continuity detail that's brought in like that. It'd just be cool, because not everything is going to be new. There's going to be some sort of like returning chest, right? Like this is a classification of a chest that's used mostly everywhere, or, you know, since like Pandora and the George's the Pandoran system is mostly abandoned, and all the old like, you know, tech that's been left behind hasn't been fucking touched. Like, it's the only shit that's there. How would there be anything new that appears there unless Dahl had just come in and dropped a fucking, you know, truckload of chest on Pandora and be like, all right, there's your new appearance of chest. I know it's tiny and it's really stupid, but I just like little attention to detail things like that, and it's probably not going to get, you know, accommodated for, but whatever. I wonder how they're gonna... This is a cool, like, landscape here. I like this. Kind of looks like a fucking like, futuristic Borderlands D-Day situation. What the hell? Yeah, I wonder how they're gonna add, like, new, just good variants to these, not variants, like, variety, I should say. I wonder how they're gonna add, like, a good approach to the essentially like the same like type of enemies we fought already. These are psychos, but like, you know, what does he offer to the gameplay loop that's actually interesting and not just, you know, charge at you, big arm swing around like in Borderlands 3. Like, it wasn't just... I just hope it's unique, pretty much. That's all I'm saying. This is this has to be like Tech Girl or something, right? So those are her gloves. Yeah. So her action skill looks like she gets in a giant ass like Malawan ball, maybe? What, she becomes a disco ball? Let's party, everyone! Was she trying to be Claptrap? Jesus Christ. Borderlands 3 Malawan ball. She might, oh my god, like she might actually be getting into one of these things. Like, I mean, if you look inside, like the iris, this may have just been unaccounted for, but it looks hollow. Like, they probably didn't want you to see that or whatever. But I mean, these things are, you know, probably shells, right? See, yeah, I mean, you blast the arm away, and it just looks like a weird floating fucking like sci-fi energy thing. So, yeah, that some of that speculation that was being thrown around about the glove girl being, you know, ex Malawan, this could be the confirmation of that. We get into one of these like weird floating sphere things. We could, I mean, if the jetpack indications from earlier, insinuative jetpack-like movements, isn't a strong enough confirmation for jetpacks, this might be like our Farah character, who's able to, like, you know, hover around and stuff. She's pretty much like Moe's, but, you know, instead of an Iron Bear that stomps around shaking the earth, it's, you know, a floaty bear that doesn't do that, you know. What is that? Oh, we got guns with a clip fed in the side of it. Finally, we're getting some of this stuff that I've been like wanting to see in Borderlands for a while. Like, we haven't had like a Lewis gun type, you know, weapon with a plate magazine, or, you know, a magazine fed through the top. Kind of. Jesus. With the bandit pistols, like, those were on the side as well, and they could become drum mags, but, you know, it didn't look like the, you know, what's those type of the trope of weapon that I'm describing. Weird holographic shell casings. Oh, hey, that's that is like probably some surveillance drone. I knew it. It's from the Borderlands 4 concept art. That thing. So this is probably going to be like their Half-Life, like Combine drones equivalent, like whatever that thing is. I know what you're talking about, like Half-Life 2, like surveillance drone. I can't spell for shit. Whatever this thing is, like, this is pretty much going to be that. It's some kind of it's to, you know, showcase authority and, you know, imposing presence. It scans for people. Oh, I guarantee these fucking things are gonna fly around in some urban street going like, turn yourself in. Like, I mean, come on, man. Like, it's gonna happen that way. Or it's the, you know, their constructor equivalent. It summons in enemies, or it's a drop ship like from Halo. We finally have something like that. Jesus. Yeah, this game is really fucking colorful and weird. Oh, whoa. Okay, so he switched weapon types, it seems. Loaded in like micro missiles. Started shooting it like a shotgun. It's so cyberpunk. It's really weird. It's just a new area, different aesthetic. It's just, it's crazy. Yeah, it's all definitely like new gameplay. Yeah, the engine looks kind of clean, or the graphics just look a bit more cleaned up, polished. Okay. Now this looks like a launcher, but I'm hoping we get heavies that... Heavies, there. I was gonna say, I'm hoping we get heavies that aren't launchers, but that's precisely what heavy is a general group of weapons that aren't launchers. So there you go. If we can get like miniguns, legitimate flamethrowers, other heavy weapons that I probably can't think of. I mean, I don't know, something like the Spartan laser from Halo. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. Or as editor me would like to suggest, just heavy weapons that aren't predominantly, you know, held over the shoulder. Shit that's like, you know, being held like a minigun or something unique. I don't know. Something that's like fucking burrowing itself into your arm, but it has heavy weapon-like properties. Yada yada. You could just think of anything. All right, back to the video. No showcase of melee weapons though. So that could still just be exclusively attached to Wonderlands for now. Oh, cardboard box, of course, right? Come on, break, do it, open up when you shoot it. Come on, do it. Yay, the cardboard box opens. Well, no, it doesn't open. It doesn't open when you shoot it. Haha, it's shittier than Borderlands 3 in every way. Don't buy it because... I'm fucking insane. I'm literally insane. The fact that this matters to me. Oh my god. Give me a moment. Where did I fucking put it? This. Oh my god, I'm crazy. Oh, I literally think about shit like this. I'm thinking about umbrella-shaped sci-fi accents and what place they might have in the universe, and how they could potentially share the same manufacturer of the catch ride stations from Borderlands 1, just because the fucking shape is the same. I think about what manufacturer made Fret could have possibly also made, you know, this random radio you've seen across the franchise, and that they're somehow related just because they share a similar color scheme and, you know, contours within their shapes and their design. Like, so, I mean, you know, the little things to me matter, right? I mean, that goes without saying at this point, but just, you know, you make connections and just you pick up on certain shit, and I just like, you know, there being just continuity is really important, and just paying attention to stuff like that can kind of be important at times, because when it revisits the, you know, the world, it just feels like someone is doing they're putting in their marks to try to keep it as alive as they can, regardless of like the scale of certain things. So you know, anyways, that could legitimately be them actually remembering that asset. It's like a weird fucking mushroom lamp. I'm happy to see the mushroom lamps back. If that's a mushroom lamp, the game is instantly a 10 out of 10 in my mind. Okay, here we go. This is the first summary segment. Gonna be glossing over some of the obvious stuff. Okay, first up, it's a big one. Swimming is practically confirmed. Now, the question is there gonna be like underwater combat? Are you gonna be able to shoot underwater? Or is it just merely a mechanic introduced for traversal? Like you're able to dive into the water and wait until the enemy stops shooting at you, then just jump out, but you're not able to really do anything in the water itself. I'm thinking they could possibly go with like a Black Ops 3 style approach, because in the trailer, they seem to place a lot of emphasis on your left hand being able to do a bunch of wacky shit while your right hand is you know, not preoccupied. It's still able to shoot its gun. So like with Black Ops 3, you're able to shoot while you're still swimming. Could be that. Okay, secondly, grappling, pretty much confirmed to be restrict at this point, so it's not like Pathfinder from Apex. It's defined by these nodes and their placement in the arenas. And also, they're not character specific, it seems, either. Originally, like, a lot of people were worrying that the grapple was only attached to the guy with like the yellow arm or whatever, but no, it seems like we're all able to have a grappling hook. That makes sense. Also, this could originate from like some sort of general skill tree that all characters share. Pretty much think Guardian rank, but instead of its own, like, you just level up and play, like you're actually able to administer skill points into this tree to unlock like movement abilities. And if you would prefer to play Borderlands in a more kind of like grounded approach, as you would for BL2, and then you would just choose not to spend any points in that tree and instead save more for your own character personally for something more tactical, yada yada. And that would be a good option to have for like uncles and, you know, little kids or something who don't have the skill set to be able to move like they do in like a game like Doom Eternal or something. It looks very fast paced, so yeah, maybe having an option like that could be what this is. Also, it seems like the grapple is able to build a lot of momentum right after you use it, and it could probably offer some sort of pre-sequel style Oz kit glide afterwards, as you can see here in the clip. All right, we also have no overtly crazy or new kind of weapons, really, that, like, it just feels like this trailer doesn't have a big selling point. Like, if you remember with Borderlands 3, it had its whole guns with legs things. BL4 doesn't have its, like, guns with legs moment, or the gun, right? The thing that was able to shoot guns. Yeah. So nothing really crazy. It's just kind of like more Borderlands 3 in a way, but with grappling now. No melee weapons have seemed to have been shown in the gameplay so far. Not even Wonderland style. I was hoping for traditional melee weapons, like shit that you actually hold and isn't just something that pops up for a fraction of a second when you're swinging it. And now gore and dismemberment seems to be way more excessive, but I suspect that they're just playing on a high level character and fighting against like level fucking like 5 enemies when they're actually like level 50, but it's not being shown. So it makes it look super excessive and cool, but it's just how it has been already. Like in past games, when you're over leveled, you do overkill damage and it turns enemies into red mist. Okay, that concludes our first portion of covering the obvious stuff. I'll see you in the next part. Just skim ahead. Whoa! Hey, we got like a tank droid, or dude, I thought he had like a tank treads. Oh, no. Oh, is radiation back? Hey, is that an armor piece that's purple rather than red? I can't tell. I mean, dude, that looks like the fucking mushroom, I swear. Mushroom. Yay. Mushroom lamps back in 2025. Let's go. Could this be the new element, or does he just turn into yellow goo by default? So it's just radiation, or... Whoa, hey! Oh, please have marksman rifles, dude. Oh, that looks fun. If it's anything like an M14. I know they kind of had those in Borderlands 3, right, with the Jacobs rifles, but they just didn't... They just didn't capture the same feeling of just an actual really good, satisfying marksman rifle. This is like the weird necro creatures we saw. Oh, okay, so this is her ability. She's able to like create an astral projection of herself with a fucking scythe. Okay, okay, so that's her like thing, I guess. All right, we'll see how this applies. You know what? Maybe that's why they gave her the weird ass coat, so she can have like a stereotypical like ghost like frills hanging down from her without needing legs. That's why they gave her the weird ass coat design. That's it. It's 100% that reason. Like, she needs to look like a ghost when she detaches herself from herself. Man, it's yeah, there's a lot here. Scav, there's that graffiti again. That'd be so okay, good. That'd be hilarious if I wasn't recording again. You know, rapid fire, just like rocket launcher. I mean, what are some of these manufacturers? This is crazy. Could be the Timekeeper's manufacturer or something. What the fuck is this, dude? This is a Timekeeper creation. It just looks too techno-organic. This is some kind of like hybrid drone thing. God, we're like in a jungle. I mean, I hope this isn't too like... The environments are good and all, but the, I just hope it isn't bloated. Like, it isn't just, like, too much of, like, a craziness. Like, we're going between so many locations, and the story might be, like, kind of too all over the place for its own good. I mean, maybe this will all eventually make sense once, you know, everything gets woven together in the plot, so that it could feel natural. I mean, you know, when you look at Borderlands 2's trailer for the first time, see all those locations, you could have gotten the same impression, I guess. Not really. Like, even without context, it still feels like it's somewhat coherent. This is really wild. Or like some sort of weird Aztec ass like ruins or some shit. What the fuck? Yeah, so she I don't know if this is like Steel's power, like she inherited Steel's powers, or if this is her own like synthetic siren ability. Jesus. Yeah, it's probably her own ability. Just hope it's not lame. Spawn another version of you. We'll see. Maybe you're able to spot spots like Saint's clone. You can become the ghost. Pilot your own astral projection. It's another projection-based ability. It's a kinda not too special because we saw that with Amara already, but it's the way you apply it. Yeah, it seems very like visceral. Like I bet a lot of at least the human gore is gonna feel super satisfying. You throw an axe, it's gonna make a lot of nice, disgusting noises. Yeah, overall, pretty good vibe. Age restricted. Don't you mean, kinda likely age restricted? Gosh. Likely mature. You have faith. Old school gritty Borderlands. Not sure if it's old school. It might be gritty, but definitely not old school. This is new school. This wants to feel cyberpunk, and it's crazy and weird. Yeah, I mean, you know, just... Oh, okay, right. I noticed this was probably, like, Elpis, but let's take a look at this environment a bit more. We're definitely on Elpis. Yeah, look at that. We're looking down on the planet. This has to be Elpis. This is Elpis. Look, there's Kairos. Those are continents, cities. In a way, I kind of, like, don't like the muddiness. Yeah, that's the same reload from, wait. That's like the Jacobs reload, but on a Torg gun. I noticed this from the first trailer, but I haven't, like, audibly brought up the Jacobs animation comparison. Hope it doesn't feel too samey. Oh wait, no, that's not what I wanted to mention. Oh hey, his shit is blue. That's weird. Wonder if they're like, that's a way of color coding them, isn't it? Like, the orange ones are the offensive ones. They have those orange, like, fucking energy blades. The blue ones are the suicides. Yeah, that's an easy way of color coding the enemies, I bet. Okay, yeah, okay, that's it. So, I just want to say, like, what do you guys think about, like, the weapons, generally? Because, like, just look at how, like, cluttered this design is. Like, if you just look at any of the Borderlands 1 guns, Borderlands 1 guns... There might be concept art that comes up. You could just see how, like, generally readable these are. I'm pretty sure this is fan art. But, yeah, it was more simplistic, minimalist. That's essentially the Borderlands 1 model. So, yeah, you know, when you look at stuff like that, it's just not... Like, I've already made this point in my last video. And, by the way, you should check that one out, because I think I was having a better day that time, and I was just able to kind of get things out a bit more clearly. This is much more like mind vomity. Maybe it's because this trailer actually has a bit more substance in it, because we want to see gameplay. So there's just a lot more to say. But just, yeah, older graphics. They just do a better job at portraying like coherency, in my opinion. Now, that doesn't mean you have to make Borderlands look much older. But it does mean maybe you should consider applying and adopting, like, the strengths that an old engine's restrictions give you. Yes, I think that makes sense. Yeah, it's just so muddy. It's just some messy guns, mainly. That's the Borderlands 3 animation. I kind of miss, yeah, I really miss the older style of guns. These are, like, a little overly crazy. They're just not as defined. Like, is that a Vladov? Is this a Vladov shotgun? Like, what the fuck am I looking at? I'm assuming it's Vladov because the paint job, maybe? Yeah, this is probably Vladov because of the underbarrels. And what the fuck is this? Like... Although some of my manufacturer ideas, I don't think I posted this one, but some of my ideas, they may be potentially too wacky, but there's a way to kind of calibrate and refine. But something I was thinking about was, like, musical themed weapons. I mean, I don't have to look exactly like this, but pretty much imagine, like, you know, elements of some sort of instrument, like, incorporated into a weapon's design. The moment you see that, you know what it's trying to communicate. You know what themes it has. Like, let's imagine your Vault Hunter in first-person point of view is holding the violin stick as, like, this weapon's weird ignition, like, or trigger, right? And they're strumming it across the strings on the side of the gun, striding it back and forth, trying to compose, like, an elegant fucking, you know, arrangement of bullets that you cast out from the weapon. There you go. Even through just the movement that your character makes, you're telling it's quite telling that they're playing an instrument gun. And by the way, that's so Borderlands. Like, Jesus Christ, people would likely not complain about that. Again, there's a way to calibrate and hone an idea like that so it doesn't seem too out of nowhere or too absurd. But I mean, hell, consider Torg. Torg is literally like a fucking car engine manufacturer, or you know, car engine gun manufacturer. Like, it's crazy. There's crazy stuff in this franchise, and it hasn't made us lose our immersion for it yet. So there's just nothing there with the recent designs that just seem all that compelling. You notice the weapons appearance, you're like, okay, well, this clearly has a very defined, like, theme and aesthetic. But then with these weapons, they're just kind of like garbled sci-fi, and it's cool. It's kind of its own thing, you know. But maybe you have one manufacturer that accomplishes that rather than like almost applying it to every weapon. Like, do you just because you can add a bunch of detail here, should you? Like, does this glowing thing here indicate ammo? Will it turn a different color when you're running out of it? Like, let's kind of think about this a bit more. So, yeah, you know, I'm hoping just the thematic sort of style to the guns is at least communicated more strongly through gameplay if they're going to lose their visual identity a lot more. I'm hoping maybe gameplay compensates for that, but even then, maybe there should have just been a good personality attached to the visual appearance of these. Like, why not both? Like, what is this supposed to read as? It's just so, it's a murky, it's messy, design, whatever. We'll see how it all ends up being like in game, but these are some of the least, just, I honestly, like, some of the most soulless looking gun designs, like, we've gotten. Like, I don't know, I just don't feel as much as I have. Like, even looking at the Borderlands 3 guns, or 2s, all of it, that's what I mean. But these are the most, just noisy and bad designs we've gotten in the franchise. I mean, this could just be like an aesthetic. It's like kind of maybe not my thing. People want the, you know, high tech, ooh, the garble, but whatever, we'll see. This pretty much looks like Borderlands 3's, like, this might be a Vladoff shotgun. This is definitely a Vladoff shotgun. That's what, one of the, duplicates. Yeah, see, that kind of looks like the same exact weapon. Yeah, it's like I mean, I could tell by the drum mag and the sight, it's Vladoff themed, at least, somewhat. Yeah, it just looks Vladoff. Possibly a Vladoff shotgun. Well, okay, second segment of just me mentioning obvious stuff. All right, we got throwing knives. Those are definitely a thing. Yep, this clip right here. They're likely Jacobs's version of grenades. And there's this, what I presume is a purple version, which was shown in the last Borderlands 4 trailer, and when it's thrown out, it creates a singularity. So I guess Jacob's throwing knives can have multiple different effects. Cool. Finally, we have a decent showcase of the character's abilities. So Exo-Guy isn't just a blade person. Okay, he can have like a blaster. All right, cool. So he has range and he can have blades. The Siren is definitely like a necromantic type character, as many people seem to be, you know, suspecting of her. Could involve interacting with corpses to spawn things from them, and that'd be neat. Using enemies as a resource to you know, kill more enemies. So, update on Brute Guy is that he has another ability to be able to dash with his robot arm, so his drones can rearrange themselves into these fucking rocket propellers. Okay, cool. Seems to possibly specialize in fire. He could be like he could just like fire. And then Glove Girl seems to potentially get into one of these Malawan balls. She could be spawning that and then shooting out its core or something, and it's like this weird multi-element, like matrix core thing, which actually powers her vessel, which is why it immediately destroys itself once you launch something like that out. I don't know. There could be kind of like a dichotomy of choice that you're presented with the drone. One thing I want to throw out about Glove Girl is that she could be our aerial character. Despite the very jetpack-like movement we have, she could be pretty much the Borderlands Pharah equivalent. You know, Pharah being a character from Overwatch, so she could get in her drone and fly around in the orb and just have some pretty good vertical leverage over the combat field. Some bad news is that I think particle effects still seem like pretty goddamn excessive, like especially when fucking Glove Bitch launches her big ass like disco ball. So, and also when Exo-Guy had his little like hand cannon thing that shot out that big blast. It's just a lot of the shit is glaring, and I'm hoping they address the criticisms by giving us a slider. That's a lot of people like have asked for that. We'll see. All right, that concludes the second portion of obvious things. I'll start to go over some more obscure things, which you've had a higher likelihood of missing in the next summary. Yeah. All right, well, that's about all I really want to say now for this trailer, I think, just exclusively. I'm gonna get my friends in here on this, and hey. Yeah, okay, that's Pants Girl. First, I saw the Malawan kind of like, yeah, dude, from this angle, it really does look like Malawan, doesn't it? Especially with this turquoise here, complemented with the orange and black. Yeah, it's just, that's precisely their fucking color palette. Yeah, I'm gonna get my friends in here later, and hopefully dilute my nerdism a bit, so this entire video could be a bit more palatable. Yikes. Okay. Alright, so yeah, see you in literally a fraction of a second, but for me, however long. This is a funny little comment that my friend made, I just wanted to share. Looks like Borderlands 3.7, not 3.5 though, so this is the last trailer. It's upped itself a couple ticks in the metric to actually being a successor. Alright, back to it. Hey, good catch on this guy's part. I didn't know this this German-themed grenade. We could have a German manufacturer. That's an idea I had as well. Because I was thinking, hey, we got Vladov, right? They're the kind of tropish or, you know, stereotypical representation of industrialist Russia for the comrades, or, you know, whatever the fuck, right? Okay, you're familiar. We also have stereotypes of Germans where they're very angry and, you know, and they're also quite industrialist. They're very similar to Russia in a few ways. I mean, both were pretty much dictatorships at one point. I'd like to, I imagine pretty much all countries were in a way, but you know, they had the strongest aesthetics attached to it. God, oh man, that sounds so fucking stupid. This can only be said in our generation, by the way. This is just such a so characteristic to our own hubris, not understanding history, but you still get what I'm saying. Oh wait, TDR pistol. Again, I just don't like the direction they're going with just their design philosophy with some of these weapons. Like, that's a pistol? This fucking thing is being held like an SMG. Also, it's so messy, man. Just why can't they have the simplistic Borderlands 2 TDR weapons? Ooh, oh, look how sleek and minimalist and just like built in this design is. This is the type of gun that doesn't let you have any kind of control over its modularity. It's built as the thing it is. It's like as if you pry open that panel, the motherfucker's gonna realize you're trying to do something with it and it'll explode or disappear from your hands. This TDR gun, or wait, hold on, this right here, this is just a, I just don't feel compelled looking at this. It's just not, it just doesn't feel as thematic or special anymore. This do they have a splitting apart gun like how the wave gun in Black Ops 1 does its thing? Black Ops 1 wave gun. It's this, and then can also be this. I guarantee this is probably what's going on. Oops. Excuse me. This, yeah, I mean, this could either be a TDR pistol. I'm just listening to what this guy. Oh, I mean, I did notice the throw. So yeah, it could be TDR, or at least something that's part of his toolkit, some sort of modified version of a TDR, so it has the function of it, but it's not something that you get from the world. TDR pistol. I think this is part of the guy's toolkit. Because it splits apart or dual wields with some kind of fucking proto tool. What the fuck? Dude, this is crazy. This is, I mean, the more I don't work at the studio to communicate like my ideas to them, the more that they're just gonna actually just start incorporating the shit I thought of. This looks, I wonder if this will be his thing, because I thought of this, like, this tool that, like, one of my characters can have. Where it's kind of like it's a multi-tool. It's able to accomplish a bunch of different various wild things. You can jailbreak, so you can combine different traits from a weapon and place it onto another one. Or, you know, you can throw out a drone that crawls on a ceiling or hovers around, and you can pretty much have the BioShock Infinite Skyhook thing. Hell, I wonder if they're going to do zip lines. They haven't showed that in this trailer, but that doesn't mean it's not there. Keep fucking clicking to the video. Jeez. Yeah, I mean, that looks exactly like my proto tool. That is so fucking hilarious. Wow. Yeah, his exosuit is definitely gonna have like a gun option. Yeah, pretty much all of their abilities seem to like have something that you're able to like use to throw up while your gun is, you know, still operational on your other hand. Like, there's no such thing as an ability that just, like, you know, fully disarms you. I kind of, like, don't want that to always be the case. Like, that kind of, I mean, of course, you have the axe guy, but they're kind of taking, like, a modern COD approach to this, where it's, like, faster, blah, blah, always gun up. Like, running, you can also shoot when you run. That's the part of the normal toolkit now. It's just so, like, ADHD. Which doesn't necessarily have to mean it's bad. I just shut up, I know. But there are positives in having sacrifice where you're not able to do everything at once. Maybe it's a choice. It's an enemy with a boosted palm strike. Another charge melee attack. Boost forward. I'm kind of worried that these Vault Hunters are gonna like all functionally like just have like pretty much like all their action skills are gonna just feel like utility things. It's just like, oh, like, okay, I still keep my gun up. My hand is purple while the other guy's is a robot that dashes, a robot hand that dashes forward. You know, it's like, it's gonna feel all too samey. Like every Vault Hunter is able, all their action skill does is just something that's like all channeled in their fucking left hand. Why are all their left hand is just so goddamn powerful? Yeah. Okay, now time to spout off about on not so obvious details. All right, so there's this marksman rifle thing, which I kind of like. It looks a bit more grounded and simplistic in its design, so it's not too like crazy and Borderlands 3 like. It's reasonable. And I had this little connection I made that I thought it looked kind of like an old world Atlas weapon, because there's this like red illuminated accent on the near the bullpup mag when he lifts it up to reload. It reminded me of the color palette that the Atlas Silver had from Tales from the Borderlands. It's this SMG that they eventually get in the story, so it just looked somewhat similar. Maybe we could be seeing a manufacturer that's like, you know, from Borderlands 1's like era or something, like some hidden old world manufacturer. That'd be kind of neat. So that means the weapons theming would be a bit more traditional and less wacky, because it's justified, since during that time period in the Borderlands universe things weren't as crazy because not that many vaults were opened and yada yada. I don't know. Also, I'd just like to see more bolt actions, just more marksman rifles, bolt actions, all of the above, not just for Jacobs. All right, we also have slag potentially returning, or being able to just get slagged at least, or this is just a visual effect after the siren does something, but you can look at it and tell that it is kind of slaggish, right? It's a purple effect. If I had to bet, it likely is a compromising sort of trade-off to you being able to do way more damage, so you get slagged, but, you know, maybe it doesn't appear anywhere else in the world naturally, it's just specific to the siren. I did have an idea that maybe slag could be just an environmental asset you're able to use. So there's like slag barrels, there's weird slag plants. I mean, we're on like a alien relevant planet, so you should be able to use it as like, you know, an environmental asset, but it's not, you know, located on the weapons as an element, which is generally the complaint that people had was, right, they just don't want it on guns. So maybe that could be a way of justifying the return of slag. Alright, then there's something spell shot-like from Wonderlands here in this one moment. This is probably just her ability, but I don't know, it looked like a spell shot to me. There is a German-themed grenade, which a person on their Reddit post actually pointed out, so kudos to them for noticing that kind of similarity. Also, as it's traveling through the air, it's leaving behind a trail of triangles, and as we've noticed at this point, triangles seem to be kind of like the, you know, the design motif behind the Timekeeper's order. Oxygen geysers from pre-sequel looks like they might be returning. That right there looks like, yeah, one of those geysers from the moon. And since we're going underwater and we're also back on Elpis, and the oxygen system might return, so could provide gliding or dashes underwater. I'm betting it might. Shield and armor icons in the bottom right that display like the little, I mean, they display themselves when you get shot at. That could relate to having these shield cell drops or an armor system of some kind, right? The enemies drop armor packs or shield cells. Don't know. We'll see. This red chest is near the supposed Ripper raid arena, or an area that looks like it. Apparently we might have raids on launch. I suspect vehicles are going to be character specific, so when you play the girl with gloves or the guy with the yellow arm, when you spawn in your personal vehicle, it's going to be characterized to you. So everyone's functionally going to have like the same vehicle essentially, but it's going to have like it's a different skin, right? So it's more characteristic. And all of them are functionally going to be the same like Halo Ghost hover vehicle, I bet. I also suspect race changing customization potentially. Now this might be lighting here that's fooling my eye, but I don't know, he just looks a bit darker. And if we look at Glove Girl, right, she's black or whatever, but I just think her physiology isn't like too, like, it's not predominantly like too African American, even though she's like black, right? So I'm just thinking, pretty much I'm saying like if you made her white, she would look like a normal white person. So we could be looking at kind of like a situation where they made the characters like the perfect template to be almost like any race that you choose them to be. So yeah, race customization. All right, that was a first part to a more obscure summary of things. So, little news, at the time of editing this video, Randy had confirmed that this armor drop is Ordinite, okay? So, I don't think it's a replacement for Iridium, but, and this still could be armor / shield drops, but it just has something to do with this new element called Ordinite. That's probably what we're looking at here. Okay. Hey, look at that, brass knuckles. I know. Hey, you noticed that too? Yeah, Square Sight doesn't belong to the brand. We could be seeing hybrid weapons again from 2. Hey, look, color-coded. Are they gonna... Oh my god. Yeah, so she's blue, but she's attacking the bad guy. Are we gonna have like some sort of side switch? The Timekeeper has been associated with like orange colors. Oh my god, we're gonna have like a fucking side switch thing. Because these psychos should be on our side, right? But then Halo 4, what is it? Fucking Didact converts Prometheans. Because in Halo 4, there's this moment where these Promethean enemies you fight, which are like these like robot shells that were built by the Forerunners, also another like Borderlands Guardian type race. They this guy like comes back from like the dead pretty much, you know, he's locked in a giant fucking like ball. And then oh, please have it. He comes to life, and then all those drones. Oh, here we are. Come on. They turned blue from orange. That's this entire point I'm making, by the way. All this time I'm wasting showing you this cutscene that you either have known about or haven't known about. They turn them orange. Ooh, now they're more evil. That's probably what's gonna happen. Come on, let me be right. I was already right about thinking the trailer would have come out today because I got this whole fucking thing that I was trying to push through my pipeline, getting this thing out about how Gearbox is not building any momentum with their trailer releases. Right? I mean, teaser came out at on the 27th, and then they did PAX. Day later, reveal trailer. Look at the views. Then pretty much like intermittently. Essentially with every month they had released some kind of trailer. Do you think any of those characters are gonna get a fucking character trailer? Like, look at these assholes. There's our Borderlands 4 Vault Hunters. Like, when you look at them, do you think they deserve a statue? Borderlands 3 Vault Hunter statues. Where is it? There. This was in E3. Like, Borderlands 2 did this as well. Borderlands 2, like, Vault Hunter statues. Right? Come on, come on. They did it a long time ago, so the search results are definitely older, and they're gonna kind of fight against me here. Point is that they just don't feel iconic enough. That's it. Themes aren't as well defined. Everything that's been said about them, yeah, true to a degree. And everything I've said and more to throw on top of it. Like, they don't feel like they deserve their own statues. They don't feel like they even deserve their own character trailers, and that's precisely what's likely not going to happen. We're not going to get a character trailer for, you know, John Borderlands, this asshole right here. We're not going to get a character for fucking Chrissy Borderlands, or, you know, Gurr Borderlands, and then Glove Chick. Yeah, I mean, look at these views too. Yeah, double, or almost triple the amount of views. Quadruple, Jesus. Quadruple the amount of views and double the likes on the teaser trailer. And then the first look lost a lot of interest and intensity. Yikes. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm just like everyone else who just wants it to be good, but maybe this is just not, maybe this doesn't feel like Borderlands to people. Maybe it's just too crazy. I don't know. Like, on top of just having my own feelings, just, you know, circulating and within me, I'm also interested to see what other people are going to say about this. Like, sure, yeah, so far, let's see, hold on. Refresh. You know, reception has been good, but look at how many people even had a reason to interact with it. Yeah. Yeah, these assholes are going to turn from blue to fucking orange. I guarantee it. They're going to become evil later, because the Rippers are supposed to be on our side. They're the people who are supposed to be going against the Timekeeper. We're starting this whole revolution by teaming up with the epitome of chaos, which is, you know, just a bunch of goddamn anarchists wearing masks. That's what Borderlands is all about. Yeah. Borderlands is all about, you know, oh, fight against the system, oppress the blah, blah, blah. You know, right? Come on. So, clip confirms double jump. Yeah, it's gonna be a double jump. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. This is okay, because remember I was saying earlier, right? Like, the Vault Hunters feel like all of their abilities are located on their left hand. Everything is left hand related. Well, she has a mech suit, so yeah, we got another mech ability, or just, I guess, something that shoots out a disco ball. This is so fucking stupid. This is like a claptrap ability, I swear. The colors on this is bizarre. I mean, it's stylish, it's neat, but is it appropriate for the character? Ooh, I don't know. We'll see. I mean, she has a singular colored strand of hair. Very dull ass colors on her palette, period. So yeah, that I guess that indicates that she's a party animal. So she's designed a disco ball to shoot at enemies. That's fucking weird. Look at that. He's all rainbowed up. What the fuck is that rainbow effect? Is a badass tier enemy is affected by multiple status effects. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that could be a good call on his part. I should have thought rainbow equals multiple elements. Fast firing gun is held. Probably a dull AR. Yeah. Fast firing SMG. No, this is the same thing as that one. Look at the sight. It's identical. It's a AR/SMG. Hexagonal, with a hexagonal pattern on the bullet casings. Looks like a doll, but has an underbarrel. Yep. Torg heavy weapon. Launches explosive orbs in rapid succession. It is, I guess, yeah. It could be Torg. Sort of has like a pilot or an airplane themed sort of like binocular sort of thing going on. So, yeah, it could be Torg. The general shape reminds me of Vlad AR, which shoots explosives, and the sight has a Torg style enemy variation of Timekeeper units, yeah. Sirenix is similar to Copyver, unclear what abilities of set copy is. The summoning motion resembles Phase Grasp and Phase Lock, yep. Vladov's iconic chain gun barrels, yep. Alright, and here's the final little collective list of obscure details you may have not noticed. These ones are a bit better, I think. Okay, so this triangle effect that flashes up on the screen while the trailer is playing is probably like a trailer edit, so it's not going to be, you know, actually part of the game. But what I suspect it could be is some sort of time-related ability, right? We've got the timekeeper, so maybe there's some sort of like Overwatch tracer blink where you're able to revert to a previous position, or this is one that people are not many people are going to get. There is this ability called BAMF from Borderlands 2 VR, which lets you pretty much go into slow-mo. So technically it's been done in the franchise before, but I'm not sure if BAMF itself would return. There are wires connected from Kairos to Elpis. So this would suggest that the bandits, or sorry, scabs of the moon, pretty much zipline straight through fucking space, which is metal as hell just to get down to the planet's surface. So that's hilarious. Kind of almost like how a pirate ship boards another ship that it's trying to attack. It's kind of interesting. I like that. We got these Necro Tefeo bug-styled creatures back from Borderlands 3, or at least I think they're somewhat resemblant to the Necro bugs. If anything, I feel like they're more resemblant to the Flood from Halo with the way they have like these weird tendril ball things that are attaching itself all organically to its environment. Oh, and we did see one of these in the last trailer too. It appeared for just a split second. Now we saw him for 2 more split seconds. And one of them has this kind of like keratinous like shell exterior, which reminds me of the texture that the Tyrene husks from Borderlands 3 have. So is there a relation there potentially? Just siren powers, Necrotafeo, leeching powers mean sucking stuff. I don't, this whole looks like it sucks stuff. I think I'm on to knowing what sucks. These are likely Vlados SMGs. These are 2 variants. Now, this is another big ask, and I hope these 2 Vlados SMGs, which is what they likely are, is indicative of there being a weapon type for every manufacturer, pretty much meaning that we get like TDR snipers, we get, you know, we get Hyperion assault rifles or Hyperion rocket launchers. So, yeah. We've probably got Vladof shotties again since Borderlands 1. Here's the gameplay of that in the trailer, and then here's a similar weapon shown in the first trailer. We've also probably got Timekeeper themed like respawn stations, or you know, the Order or whatever their faction is called. So definitely rehashing the whole like, you know, the bad guys are the ones that own the spawn stations sort of thing. I mean, even if he has like a monopoly over the currency, then there's probably going to be his Order respawn station / New You things littered across the planet. Also, another thing is just a lot of people probably haven't noticed just the general like asset reuse in this trailer. Like it's like people have noted it is very Borderlands 3 like, but just a couple details I've picked up on is this Borderlands 3 double shotgun. That's the same from 3. There's like a couple Borderlands 3 reloads. The walking animation has the same sort of cadence to it. This badass psycho doing a spin attack, that's from 3. This fish sack, that's like an ammo lootable that's in the third game. So it's kind of like an asset flip in a way. I expected this, but you know, and it doesn't have to really be a bad thing, but it does feel quite Borderlands 3 like. We might be getting more heavy styled weapons outside of just rocket launchers, so think like miniguns, auto flak cannons, like that thing that was used, right? There could be flamethrowers, just LMGs, finally real ones, yada yada. The cross-pollinating BL2 weapon system potentially might return, right? Look, notice the square sight on the Jacobs pistol, but it has kind of like that ornate Jacobs little holographic in the middle that could change once it's put on the Jacobs body. Then you have this Hyperion-shaped sight that's on the Maliwan SMG. So, I don't know. Hybrids from Borderlands 2, that could be kind of nice. I miss that system. Made things much more identifiable. I'm betting that the Ripper clan is going to flip their allegiance against us. At one point, we're going to be working with the bandits, and that's when they're color-coded to be blue, but then there's going to be this Halo 4 moment with the Prometheans where they go from blue to being orange, so now they're mind-controlled by the Timekeeper or something, or hell, maybe Callus was never a good person. I don't know, it just feels like it has to happen. Oh, and also another similar example I can reference is when the zombies' eyes in the Call of Duty Zombies, like, campaign change their eyes because it represents that someone else is controlling them. Holy shit, I mean, literally Queen Callus is shown to be, you know, indoctrinating these people, putting on their masks and stuff. So they're gonna go from blue to, like, being orange, which represents mind control and stuff. I guarantee it. That's it, isn't it? Yeah, it's like when Richtofen controls the zombies. Look, they're gonna probably bait us with Queen Callus controlling the zombie, the psychos. I mean, they're kind of like zombies in a way. And it's gonna be the Timekeeper that controls our bandits and uses that resistive force against us, because we're gonna be like working with the bandits. It has to happen. There's no way they don't do that. Unless they're stupid. Then they're stupid. Also, there's like these weird like nano bees that are flying around this enemy in the last trailer, and I'm guessing it's this Torg pistol's alternate firing mode. So gyro jet drones for this Torg pistol, I guess. I'm betting it's that. Just not. You just conveniently happen to make a choice related to censoring yourself from me and then attach it to a character who's also all about like defying authority and stuff. So you kind of got lucky there. Those two were sort of in close proximity to each other. All right, so did you see the trailer?
I have not. I've been waiting for you.
Oh, really?
I didn't want to spoil it. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So this will be your first reaction, not mine.
This is my live
I've seen it a couple
reaction.
times.
Here we go.
Okay, all right.
All right. Let's see it.
I like this likely mature. That's so fucking hilarious. But then look, age restricted. Shouldn't it be likely age restricted? That was my little shitty joke earlier.
I already hate this game. Looks so good. Ooh. Oh. I fuck with the song. Good action skill. I like the sliding. Jump gravity looks the same. Oh, the gore looks better.
Yeah, it does.
Sick looking enemy. Oh, I'm fucking with it. Oh, new psycho attack.
And then, look,
no shot.
They're swimming.
Oh, okay. That's gonna help traversal. I'm already using that character. Double jump and grappling hook. Funny rainbow roll.
It's literally the Claptrap's disco ball.
Oh my god. Look, loving the aesthetic of the guns. They're looking like Borderlands 3. Nice copycat pussy. Good looking boss. Wow, she's literally just Nyx.
It's really kinetic.
God damn. That's not. Oh, September.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
That's coming out, I think.
That's 5
right
months.
after. When is GTA supposed to come out? Like when it's,
I have no
projected?
Clue. I don't know if it got announced. I don't know if it got confirmed. I would have heard about it if it got confirmed.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, but I feel like a lot of people internally have like an idea of where it's gonna land, because I've seen a lot of people on this, like on Reddit here for what are the Borderlands posts. Yeah,
they're still saying come in late 2025, so they're probably not gonna.
Could be December, yeah, because I'd say Borderlands 4 has a better chance coming before GTA 6. So people are like, okay, I'll play this before GTA 6 to like stave off my hunger, you know, like it's something to occupy my attention with. Well, I get impatient for GTA 6, and I don't know how many GTA and Borderlands fans are out there, like as if those demographics intermingle, but yeah, still, it's a possibility. Yeah. But yeah, it's very like, this is like, since obviously like Doom Eternal seems like it's kind of gonna work out a lot for you because it has like the high octane kind of like.
I'm loving the octane. I'm not sure how I feel too much. I'm seeing some of the same like the same lighting. It's not as in your face.
It almost seems like it might be kind of like. It could potentially come at its own detriment. Like, do you really need, like, your Borderlands, like, do you really need to have this like nice ambient occlusion of the light, like realistic lighting? Do you need to have it? Like, you're cartoony. Like, you should probably play to the strengths and having weaknesses of like the older art style and stuff, because that's what I've kept trying to like iterating in like my own recording session I did. I was like, there's strength to find within how within the restrictions that older engines present. Now, I'm not saying making it an older engine, but pretty much stylize it, because when you do that, you ease up a lot of processing power. Because I feel like Gearbox so far has not had any record of improving their propensity to releasing something and it not being like a shitty fucking thing at launch, like with the performance. Because with it being on Unreal 5, by the way, which is like famously known to kind of like be bad so far with performance related things, we're probably gonna encounter a lot of performance problems. Yeah. Also, so it's open world too. Like, how the fuck are you gonna be on the other side of the planet doing shit while I am like, you know, on another side? Like, there's definitely gonna be like a lot of like, you know, like I don't know what the term for it is, but this like an area behind this person's point of view right now is not being rendered to its highest extent because you're not looking at it. There's no point to like make it super detailed when you're not interacting with it visually. So, but yeah. Yeah, the guns are very like Borderlands 3 themed, as I've heard you point out.
Yeah, it's not looking any. It's visually kind of. I'll say it. I think it's identical looking. The chest looks different, that's for sure. But okay, I love the. I'm liking how the Jacobs guns are looking. Those look. Yeah,
nice. those look a bit more like less goofy. I think maybe they're kind of like honing in on just classical. Yeah. So that's flat off. But look, now you have there's a saw blade launcher. Whatever that is, it's a saw blade launcher. So
that's interesting.
This is likely the Bandit manufacturer. It just looks like fucking. I don't know. I don't
know. It looks too high tech. It doesn't look grimy enough to be Bandit manufacturers. That's probably a new manufacturer.
New manufacturer. Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That fucking site looks like a bird cage or some shit. Like there's absolutely no function in that. What is that? Why are there lines on the side of it?
It looks like an amulet gun, like from the series. I don't like
the comics.
At all. Yeah.
Oh, and there could be a German. Oh wait, no! Oh my God, it has a trail of triangles. This is the enemy manufacturer, possibly, but that looks like a German grenade, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks like a. Oh, I forget what those are called.
There's a guy on the Borderlands 4 subreddit who pointed it out here. It's a Stylhandgranat.
Yeah, it's a Stylhandgranat. Those are fucking sick.
So
it's a.
Oh my God, I swear to God, if they make the enemy manufacturer a German manufacturer just because an oppressive dictator is the ruler, so it's
I'm gonna be pissed.
It's pretty much sci-fi Hitler, I swear to ass.
I'm actually gonna be that's gonna really irritate
all the bad guys are they all just speak like angry
It'll be
German.
funny, but it won't be like a good idea in my opinion. I think
that'd be God. Please, now that I pointed it out, it has to be a thing, so it gets ruined. This is definitely Malon because like that's a disc, it's sleek.
Oh yeah, it's like Terra.
Yeah, I'm seeing some much more Slug Terra stuff. Oh, by the way, I don't think that's the grenade. This is their weird transition.
No, that's just their cool and hip modern transition.
Yeah, and it's all angular too. So just to let you know that it's not from the past. It has to be.
Yeah, it has to be from the future.
I originally thought that this was like actually like a gameplay like indicative like screen element here, but it could. I was thinking they could have like a Overwatch tracer thing since we're like working with the timekeeper, or sorry, working against it, or I don't know, maybe we could work with him. You could get some ability that like does this weird like triangle shield thing on your face, and then like you blink into the past.
Play the trailer for a second. Let me just listen to the music.
Oh yeah.
That's Joey and Bray.
Do you know that artist, really?
Yeah, they're an alternative rap. They're a duo. They're fucking good. I just noticed that. I was like, that sounds...
Joey and Bray.
Waking up, feeling like a boss.
Could be them. Like a punk. This is it. They're gonna see the Borderlands comments.
This is yep. 100%
Yep. Wow, you got it. No way.
I listen to them. They're good.
That's fun, yeah. I noticed the moment I started watching the trailer, I was like, hey, I really like this music.
It's fucking, it's like, it's not too silly, but it's...
Oh, they made Punk Tactics? Ah, that's definitely how this person was probably introduced to them.
They're not like too silly. They're like, they like to do the funny, like, oh, we're like 90s.
Oh, hey, I have this in my Borderlands trailer thing. I have one of their songs in there.
Oh, damn.
Start a fight. Okay.
Start fight. Yeah, start a fight.
Okay, so I have my bingo card can get one more thing knocked off the list, which is that at least one artist that I have on my Borderlands trailer music playlist ended up being used for the song. Not the song itself, but like one of the artists, right? So yeah, saw blade launcher. It looks like we're getting jetpacks. Like, look at how he floats up. I'm not sure if the. Oh,
yeah,
by the way,
the animation looks like a jetpack.
Notice the texture, by the way. Look, doesn't that look better than the first trailer? Yeah. Remember at the end here,
let's take a look.
Look, it looked a bit flatter, didn't it? Like,
yeah, it's really flat and kind of like. There's not. Yeah, you can see like Yeah, that looks way better.
Yeah.
So they've definitely been working.
It feels like it's a Halo 4 Halo Infinite like gameplay reveal situation. Do you remember when that happened, where everyone watched that and they're like, "Oh, it looks so flat." They definitely used some like older footage.
It's weird.
And now Halo Infinite obviously looks way better.
People were so anal about that. I remember it was weird.
Oh yeah.
Fuck up.
This is apparently, this looks like a Tediore because like he chucks it, it kills him.
Yeah, it's a Tediore.
Now here's what's the really interesting thing. I think we're getting equipment based loot or like resource loot, because what is that? It looks like an armor pack. What is that? See?
Sure.
See, so maybe
it looks legendary though. That might be a class mod, maybe.
Could be a class mod, but I mean the fact it looks kind of like a more of like a power up pickup kind of thing. And look, there's also one that spawns here, but look, it's red. So
yeah, so it could be alternate.
But I'm thinking here. Look, there's another thing I managed to connect it to because they look kind of similar. Look at this. He's getting shot at a guy from the distance. Wait. Okay, this guy's like shooting a laser at him. And look at the corner. There's like these little icons that appear. See?
Yeah, so that's weird.
I think we're getting armor. There's gonna be shields. There's gonna be. Oh, you know what? Okay, there's health syringes, but why aren't there like shield cells? There's definitely okay, it's like shield cells.
Yeah, they finally taken it from Apex. Finally, they finally stole from them. Let's go.
I kind of like this is like, it's such a small little tiny thing, and it doesn't matter. Like I actually don't really care, but it's like if it's there, I'm like yay, like additional happiness. But I like games where you slide the gun tilts like in Apex, but it still looks like the Borderlands 3 thing. And you know what's interesting is that Borderlands 3's like dev gameplay, like back when they were still developing shit in like 2018 or 2017, like it's in their cut concept stuff. They included the Apex tilt. So I'm like, damn it, in another universe. It's just it's a tiny thing, but I just like when guns tilt. So
it's fun.
So they throw a grenade. He slides underneath. Shield pack drops. Is that the character screaming, or is that the fucking psycho screaming? Because listen, there's like, rah! Listen. Right here.
That's a psycho. You hear him to the left. Yeah. That'd be cool if it was a character, though.
So
literally just Gunzerker.
Yeah, Gunzerker, but it's because he has, this is the generic soldier guy with the exosuit. Yeah. And this is like something that comes from his exosuit, and he's able to, shoot something in his left hand.
I'm not liking how bright they are. Yeah. I don't know if they learned their lesson.
Yeah, that's a little disconcerting. I didn't even notice that because just, the trailer had come out.
Oh, I don't like that. That's making me nervous.
I mean, it's hard to like work within an engine that wants things to be realistic. They're just kind of like going with the flow rather than kind of working against the grain of like Unreal's programming. That's what makes stylization more impressive to me rather than making something look realistic with like lines on it, like because like it's designed to be realistic. Like in real life, yeah, something that's super powerful or really like it's a really powerful potent explosion, yeah, it's gonna blind you and glare you like that. But you're designing a game which is functional and it's not supposed to irritate you. Like if I wanted to go shoot things that blind me in real life, then I would go to real life. This is fiction, this is fantasy. I'm not supposed to be irritated by it too much.
Exactly.
So they
just don't ruin my day.
Jesus Christ. It just immediately turns into a skeleton.
Jeez, there's no transition. It's just...
Well, it's second, but
but still, it's still funny looking.
Yeah, the gore, I was wondering if, what the fuck is that? That looks like Jinx's, like, monkey. Look at that thing. Hey, I'm like, hold on. Arcane Jinx, like, Jinx monkey, graffiti. Graffiti? Look at that. That's the thing.
Oh, sick. We're getting Jinx and fucking Borderlands.
Jinx Borderlands crossover. Look.
How Ryan Reynolds ruined his career. Dude, I don't care about those. It's such annoying videos.
Always one of those videos, man.
How this ruined this. How this.
Okay. Now this is gonna be an even worse reference. Super vague. Or obscure. Astro Boy 2009. Zog. It's him. It's a reference to him. Look at his head.
That is okay.
Look at him. There you go. It's him.
Okay.
Fucking finally, Astro Boy crossover. I need a flying city from Astro Boy and then a Trash World arc. That's to explain with the Portal 2 analogy.
I need Sailist from Amulet at this point. Like, just make a flying city. It'd be cool.
They have to. I mean, they already have the Dictator set up. Like, he has a flying city that looms over everyone. Come on, the resources are there. The material.
Oh god.
Yeah, we're getting some sort of like weird dash punch. This guy definitely is gonna have like a blood punch from Doom or something.
Yeah, it's like a higher like blowing. Except like no effect on it, so maybe it's just increased damage. No.
It looks like he might specialize in fire. Or he's definitely specializing in fire and cryo. This enemy seems to have been intrinsically corrosive. I thought he had shot him with corrosion. Wait, hold on, let's see. Yeah, he might be a corrosive drone or something. And then, you know, the Rippers are probably supposed to be like on our side. Like they're supposed to be, you know, like part of like the rebel resistance. They're like chaos and anarchy incarnate, right? That's what psychos are. Like we have to enlist them to help us with the Timekeeper. But I feel like what's gonna happen is if you notice, they have blue like weapons here, but then at some point they become orange. And that's where in my own recording I referenced Halo 4 Didact. I'm not sure if you play the Halo games. You haven't, right?
Definitely not.
No.
I hate them all.
There's a moment in this campaign where you awake this guy who's like alien, blah blah blah, and he has.
Oh, just the con maker. Okay.
Yeah, kind of. And he pretty much converts these like units that are also like on him. They're developed by the same species as him. They're like these husk robot things, and they turn orange. So now they're more evil or whatever. And now the Covenant work with them because, you know, he's powerful and imposing and shit. So I definitely think there's gonna be a side switch up where the bandits are gonna work with us, but then like, dude, they're fucking bandits. They're designed like they're clearly an enemy type. So they've always been an enemy type. So it's not gonna be too.
Yeah, they're evil guys.
Not gonna be too surprising, but you know, it's a story beat nonetheless. We get like weird head variants of the Timekeeper's army here. Like they've got like weird like cylinder heads. So there's a lot of drone variants, it seems. Double barrel. Oh, it's loaded in by shell. I thought he put in a clip.
Swimming is going to be a great addition. I love the Jacobs like Slugterra design. I'm loving it.
All of it being Slugterra. This is when you know that you've run out of things to say. You're like, I just like how that pipe looks like.
Well, because I don't know. I like this trailer.
Yeah.
This trailer's decent.
I'm not trying to like wring anything out of you. I'm just saying
it's a decent trailer, 100%. But
I like that little like kind of looks like Jacobs might have holographic things on them now. So yeah, I kind of
that'd be interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, so we're getting restricted grappling. Like that practically confirms it, and it's not character specific. Look, this is the guy with the exosuit.
Yeah.
And something I mentioned when I got to this part in the trailer was like, we could be looking at a skill tree that spans all characters. Like you think the Guardian rank skill tree, or sorry, the Guardian rank from Borderlands 3 or the Badass rank, but pretty much like you spend skill points on it. And
yeah.
The compensation for maybe having way less skill points to get like movement-based abilities that everyone can share is that rather than just getting skill points through leveling up, you get skill points by, you know, doing like a big raid mission, and then once you complete that, you get a singular skill point, right? Like it doesn't have to just be leveling up.
I'd love just an abundance of raid bosses, dungeons, and shit to do on the side. I'd love that. Not like story-based side missions. I love just gun-based side missions. Like just go fight this motherfucker.
with Doom's like a Chaos Chambers, or what the fuck are they called? The
Ripatorium, Slayer Gates,
yeah.
Secret Encounters, shit like that.
I hope our home base has like a Ripatorium pretty much, where you can just go there.
That'd be sick, and just test guns.
And maybe. In fact, that'd be way better than the whatever like firing range we always get, because there's like there's the target there. But yeah, sure, they sit still. But
I didn't use it once. I use the Ripatorium constantly.
I mean, the firing range is a good place to go to see how much damage your gun does against like a target that doesn't try to fight you. But then like you still want to like practice your gunfighting skills, maybe not in like the campaign setting.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the Exo-Guy. He throws some sort of grenade and yeah, once again, I think gore is going to be really good. Like, it's from the noises they put in the trailer, it just sounds really satisfying.
Sounds way better.
Hey, look, there's just like a side clip fed gun. That seems kind of fun.
With a fucking God, what would that be? That might be Vladov?
I think so. It appears here again. Look, right here, it doesn't have a different barrel.
It's just it is a different barrel and mag.
Look at those shell casings. They're like illuminated.
Those are sweet. They look. The animation looks way better. I'm loving that shell.
It's pretty much like, I feel like Borderlands 4 is like what it's pretty much what Borderlands 3 wanted to be. Like Borderlands 3 like kind of played it safe.
That's what I'm getting.
Yeah, it's like Borderlands 3 but good. Like they just like got everything good on all fronts. Story, like combat, it's just much more refined.
We haven't gotten anything very specific on story. We've gotten very vague stuff, but the thing is, they never like, they didn't. Okay, so this loads like a grenade almost.
Yeah, he like loads like the alternate firing mode or preps
alternate,
and then shoots micro missiles. It seems, but nope, they had to be futuristic to put triangles in her face instead.
Yeah. Fuck you for trying to look at the gameplay. Like, just look at the cool transition.
Now this one, I don't know what manufacturer this is. This is gonna be like a Torg heavy, but look at it. It's like an automatic like flat cannon. So we could be finally getting like just not like rocket launcher ammo, but like heavy ammo that like feeds rather than just a rocket launcher, like miniguns, flamethrowers, like other heavy related things. Maybe like actual LMGs, like not the Borderlands 2 ones that look like an LMG, but it's just pretty much an assault rifle. Some of them feels impactful because this looks fun. And look how
that looks really interesting.
Look how he's gliding too. He's like, I'm not sure if that's what this rocket launcher provides, if it's an action skill. This is
That'd be really interesting if there was like there's like secondary effects that weren't just like weapon or elemental based, but also like, you know, if you hold this, you can like fly. If you have this, you can do something else. If you have this, you have more oxygen underwater.
Dude, you know how oh my gosh, you know how the jet gun in Black Ops 2 can like lets you suck in enemies and no, I'm thinking the paralyzer from Buried. Do you remember Black Ops 2 Buried, the paralyzer?
Oh. That's a little too elaborate.
Ops 2 Zombies Paralyzer. Paralyzers. This gun let you so it's a gun, it's a wonder weapon, right? You know what wonder weapons are from zombies?
Yeah, I remember them.
So this gun lets you hover by shooting at your feet. I hope he demonstrates here. A gun that can, of course, it can hurt enemies, but it services like pretty much a movement function. And if Borderlands 4 is going to get all like crazier with its, you know, speedy movement, maybe we have a rocket launcher that has a bunch of kickback that like when you continuously fire it, it pretty much like lets you glide.
That would be interesting. I'd love to see secondary gimmicks like that. That'd make it maybe just have that as like legendaries. That'd make the legendaries like have a bit more. Like I want them to have like two types of legendaries, like utility ones, which are a bit more common, like actually useful ones, and then the really really gimmicky silly ones be like really rare.
Right.
Like I don't want the utility.
I like the breathing idea since we're gonna be swimming underwater. Oh my god, if we're swimming underwater, and we're going back to Elpis because there's this one shot, you think Oz kids maybe are back? Because I like the gliding in pre-sequel.
That's completely. I think they'll function very differently. Like you could have an underwater jetpack, like to like jet around faster maybe. That uses like Oz kids had like a secondary effect where they caused you to double jump. They weren't just oxygen just because you were on the moon's surface. It added like a secondary effect. Right. So I'm wondering if there's going to be also secondary effects.
Oh yeah,
which definitely
Borderlands is all about that, like stacking shit and crazy like mechanics and stuff. Here, look, this is definitely Elpis. Look, we're seeing the planet through the shattered like portion.
I am loving the aesthetic. I'm just worried like what the.
That's like he's literally holding a lost soul. What the fuck? Yeah, as if Claptrap with those skulls that he shot out wasn't enough of a reference. They're like, okay, it's coming back.
Yeah. It needs to come back already. Like, simple as that. What are the specs?
Oh my god! That's a zip line. Look at the fucking like the wire going all the way to the planet's surface.
Ooh.
That's probably how the bandits like get back from the moon into the surface of Kairos. They like just zip line straight through space because they're insane.
I could see that. That's
Do you see that? Do you see it like anchoring itself to the planet?
Yeah, I could see something like that, man. That'd be fucking sick.
Yeah, so Suicpsycho.
Yeah, so the big fucker has like blood punch, soldier guy, exosuit definitely.
Seems like we're both gonna be playing big blood guy or big guy then, because he's just literally Doom guy.
I mean, yeah, it's just perfect. The lore writes itself.
Is Doom Eternal on Unreal 5 or I mean sorry 4?
Let me see.
It's on. Unreal.
I think it's on 4.
It's on Unreal. The 5 came out like just within the last 2 years. Look that up. Okay, just making sure everything's.
It's ID Tech 7. ID has their own engine. They don't like. I don't think they like Unreal, which I wouldn't blame them.
No, but wait, I thought Doom the Dark Ages is on Unreal 5 this time.
It might be. Let's see.
Is Doom the Dark Ages on Unreal Engine 5? Okay, yeah,
oh no, it's still ID Tech.
I don't know.
They're still using theirs.
I'm not sure where the source is on this. It doesn't seem like anyone's saying anything.
Well, they've always used ID Tech. They've never like.
Really?
They've never switched engines. Yeah.
Really? Yeah. Good. Yeah. Well, that's good. Maybe. Yeah, swimming.
ID. It's a little buggy, but it's a good engine. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for like eventually like the Garfield kart music to come in. Like the game's almost perfect already.
Dude, if they don't have like a Borderlands kart moment where you like, there needs to be another racing section like where you beat like a snot-nosed kid or something, and it plays Garfield kart music. Or else I'm not buying. Or else I'm not spending any money. Or else I'm killing myself and then taking my money back.
I'll just be gone.
So Gearbox has blood on their hands and they lost the money from me.
Exactly. Just don't like. They just better not do that.
Logic.
Like
not the rapper.
This is on them. Their blood on their hands. Okay. My blood will be on their hands. They better not do this to me.
This is, by the way, whose action skill do you think this is? I know the answer, but I want to see if you can get it.
Oh, that's engineer, bitch.
Yeah, glove girl.
Glove woman. Or Ashley from Atlantis, the Lost City.
I'm really hoping that they're just characterized well, because a point I want to make in like my post I'll be posting soon is Borderlands 4 Vault Hunters, where here Borderlands 3 Vault Hunter statues, and then Borderlands 2 also had these. But like, do you think we'd get merch of these guys or have statues at E3 of them, you know, or some kind of gaming convention? Right? Like,
I don't know. They're not interesting to look at.
Like even despite like Borderlands 3's like, you know, shortcomings and whatnot, like they did really good with the characters. They had their own like.
I think it's way more likely we get like Timekeeper.
Timekeeper as a statue, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna make a post about this at some point, but hold on. Wait, is it Borderlands? Yeah, good. Borderlands 4 trailer, just a normal one. There. There's this moment in the original trailer, okay, so big guy revealed, right? Look at him, like white skin, but then here he's a bit darker. I know that might be the lighting, but when we're here at its brightest, it still looks like he has darker skin. So I wonder if we're gonna be able to have like race customization.
I don't know why we would. That's kind of random. But if people want it, then sure, I guess.
You know, their rationale behind it would be that it helps people like, I don't know, relate a bit more. Like, oh, finally, like I can choose what I represent. You know, it's not forced onto me.
I can't relate to Brick unless I'm an 8'5" slag king. Like I can't.
Not Slab King, Black King.
Black, exactly. I have to be black.
And what also kind of what cemented it further for me too was looking at like her physiology. Like she doesn't have like African American features too much. Like she's kind of like pretty much imagine her with white skin. She would just look like a white person. You know what I mean? Like there's people out there who are who have like the black person physiology. You know what I mean? Right? Yeah. Like it's literally just part of their genetics. It's not even like a bad thing or whatever. Right? course, you always have to be delicate
just their
around people who
generics.
can get offended.
I just hate their fucking. I hate the hair. I would literally burn it.
If you were to choose this
haircut.
character, let's say they have the coolest action skill or something with like entering that weird ball drone. Let's say they have the coolest one. Yeah, immediately you have to walk to the closest, like change your fucking face station and immediately give her a different haircut. Yeah.
Yeah, I will not be rocking the default style ever. The only character I'd rock the default style with is probably the Siren, but I doubt I'd play her.
Oh, Siren's
Just 'cause I
ability
like
was
the
showcased.
jacket.
It seems like they've shown all the Vault Hunter's abilities so far.
Yeah, it was like this weird like soul thing where she became like.
Do you
Nyx
notice
in
what she was
Brawlhalla.
holding? Look.
Yeah, Scythe.
Yeah.
She's literally just I am death.
She's actually Nyx. They literally copied Nyx. She has
It's
like
the
weird
autumn
purple.
Scythe. It's literally Nyx. Literally Nyx.
Jesus
Hold
Christ.
up, I'm just gonna go make the. I'm gonna go make her in Brawlhalla.
You'll be so fucking hilarious if they made this game, if they just like copied something for Brawlhalla, so now you have more reasons to play it and bully me in the game with a scythe. Imagine you being able to grab me with a scythe like in Brawlhalla. That's your.
That'd be really funny. Oh. I like that alternative look
Jungle.
of the Psychos. They're looking really different.
Yeah, yeah.
There's more modifications. They're just, it's more interesting to look at. I like also the vault symbol that like glitches in here.
Yeah. This is like weird fucking jungle. Like I'm seeing all these locations and they're really cool. In fact, there's like this one with a crazy ass like weird fucking.
Yeah, we must be going back to Necro DeFeo clearly.
Maybe. This is like some weird countryside with like barn houses. Really, really interesting landscapes. I just hope it's not too bloated or something where it's like we're going to all these places, but it's just too much maybe. Like maybe it like context is important, obviously. Like right now we're just getting a whole menagerie of everything just thrown at us. Like yeah, trying to sell us on the game. But eventually
It's just like a full orgy.
Yeah, it'll all clear up eventually at some point. This is a timekeeper thing. Like it's kind of like techno-organic. Like, but hey, I like this right here. This gun right here that just looks like finally kind of grounded and practical. Like it's some marksman rifle, dude. If we can get like a, this kind of
looks
like
a bullpup marksman rifle. That's weird.
Oh,
yeah, it's like
it
the
is,
flatline, but like dumber looking.
Flatline. Yeah.
Yeah, literally just a flatline.
I want bolt action snipers that aren't just Jacobs. Like if something can feel like the Sentinel with like that nice chunky kind of like clicking with the bolt action and it's like really satisfying to land shots.
I would love that.
Like there's not enough bolt action guns.
No, there's definitely not. And there might be. They're just not satisfying enough. They don't have that satisfaction behind them that I really.
Animation
I'm
plays a
for.
really big role in like how things look and feel. Like you can.
I really need like something more.
Like Borderlands 3
that.
got pretty close with the Jacob snipers, but even still, like, just they haven't landed the mark that perfectly. By the way, I guarantee they gave her that weird like split up coat with like the fucking like 5 like flaps here, just so she could look like a ghost specter when she summons her thing. Because look, she's like those like it's like the classic ghost shape where they have.
You
like,
have the two. You have the two like It looks like it's like a tuxedo jacket, like OG, like like old school Joker used to wear. Like I would say like a Batman like animated is what like the OG like outfit used to be. It was like a tux with like a tail flip, but it's like a trench coat looking tail flip for her. So it's gonna have like multiple cuts.
Yeah, kind of like a weird cyberpunk kind of trench coat sort of thing going on. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to buy it in real life. Like, just give it to me already, game.
See, so she can have the. So when she detaches herself or spawns that Spectre form, the only reason they made her that jacket that had the weird flaps is so it could look like that. The fucking ghost flaps.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Oh, there's new Valentine skins in Brawlhalla.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, shit, it's Valentine's Day. That's right.
They're not very cool looking, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Core is literally just a cake. I might actually have to get that. I want all the cutie patootie core skins.
Fucking cake. Man, so it's been 2 hours and only 3.7 thousand likes. That's what I'm a bit worried about, is that's just so far Gearbox has not like been building that much momentum here. This is something I wanted to show you, was like the timeline of like trailers for 3. Check this out.
Okay.
Look, so the first Borderlands 4's teaser came out on August 20th, and then roughly 4 months later, it came out in December. Borderlands 3 came out on the 27th, and then just a day later, the freaking reveal trailer came out. And then look at the likes here, too, and the views. 2.6 million, 84,000. 4.3 million, 210,000.
Yeah, like, fucking immediately.
And then, look at this. The teaser, 3.5 million, 67,000. And then 4 months later, with the actual trailer, 1.1 with 34,000. So it literally, the teaser has almost quadruple the amount of views and double the likes. The teaser.
Well, they released the teaser was really randomly paced, like at like Game Awards. I don't know why.
It was one of the first things shown.
It wasn't very commanding. It wasn't like it was just Randy being Randy being
Wait, no,
Randy.
Randy wasn't there. He wasn't there. He just the teaser.
I remember him like announcing it.
No, that was for the official trailer. Oh, wait. This is the Game Awards. Jesus. This is like Summer
Game
Games
Awards
Fest or something. I forget what.
He was annoying as shit. And I don't think most people like Randy at the best of times.
Yeah.
He's too wokey brokey. You know how it goes.
You know how the story goes, as the one guy said who wasn't woke said.
Yeah, exactly. Like, this is how the story goes according to that KSI song.
Also, in conjunction to the point I made about them getting statues or something, right? The Borderlands 4 Fall Hunters. Do you think they're gonna get like fucking like Overwatch character trailers? Because that's what Borderlands 3 did for their characters.
Definitely
like,
not. I cannot see that.
Fuck no. Man, like just Borderlands 3's like advertisement like campaign, like its whole cycle, it was like here I even said just was not messing around. See, March 28th, just a couple days later, another trailer, an announced trailer. Then there's a reveal trailer just a month later showing like about 30 minutes of gameplay. Another trailer on the same day. Then there was a DLC for Borderlands 2, which was Attack of Sanctuary. Then there was more gameplay from E3. Then there was an E3 trailer. Then within less than a month, there was a presentation trailer about Claptrap telling you about Pandora, and that was supposed to be a series, but they gave up on it. Then they took the song "So Happy Together," or whoever the fuck sung that, and they made a trailer about
Beach
that.
Boys.
Beach Boys. They took the Beach Boys song, made a trailer from that. They took the Zayn, gave him a trailer on July 30th. Then literally 2 days later, Moe's got a trailer. 5 days later, Amara. 2 days later for Flack. Then you got 2 other trailers. Oh, one trailer was not necessarily a trailer. It was a guide explaining like the basic mechanics to get people into the game. And then the launch trailer. So just
they seem like weirdly timid. Like they're not confident. Like we haven't gotten any like super. Like the teaser was okay. It wasn't cool though. It like the whole point of a teaser is to give you like a little bit, just like know what you're getting into.
Yeah,
then
to get you start assuming
questions.
certain things. Yeah.
I immediately was confused the first time I watched the teaser. I was like, what am I supposed to feel here? Am I supposed to be like excited? Am I supposed to be bored? Like what's up?
Supposed to be bored. You're excited, but then Gearbox comes by, shouts out the a bunch of messages on Twitter, and they're like, "Hey, you're actually supposed to be bored when you watch this trailer. Stop liking it.
Yeah, stop being hype. We're not trying to start hype.
Maybe that's precisely what they're doing in non-verbal form.
Exactly. They're just trying to like appeal to me. They need to be doing better.
Yeah, just look at that character. I feel like she could just be white. Like you could turn her white. Like she doesn't look like black. Pretty much is what I'm saying.
True. I don't know.
Just gotta wait and see. Like you literally like the most amount of closure you can get is actually playing it. We're gonna have
already just in the same spot I was a few months ago. Like what am I
with
supposed
this trailer? Yeah. It's still like it looked like it did give us like good like when you first reacted to it like here like you're like ooh like right you did see some promise.
No, it looks good.
Yeah.
It looks promising. I'm very suspicious that still
how this is all gonna tie
trailers.
together. I think you're thinking about like how it's all gonna come together. Like what is it? This is all.
I don't know. I'm very like when people know they have a good story. Like it's either they're delusional or they know they have a good story. Like Borderlands 3 was extremely like you said, they were extremely like, here's everything, we're sick. And then this game's like, come play Borderlands 4 if you want, we're not gonna make you.
Timidness in its advertisement cycle. Yeah.
It's very like, it's laid back for some reason.
Also, by the way, worst game ever because
confidence.
look, one of his rockets fly by and touches the cardboard box and it doesn't open like in Borderlands 3 when you shoot him. Oh my god, literally fucking
Exactly.
worst game of the year 2025.
Oh my god.
GTA 6 should buy out fucking Gearbox software. They donate all their money and everyone at Gearbox becomes homeless. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, at this point, yeah.
Also, like, I'm noticing that, like everything is really, like, high-tech and super detailed, but just because you're working in Unreal 5, does that mean you really have to make things kind of muddy here? Like, what manufacturer is this? This isn't, like, as defined as, like, Borderlands 2's or 3's, like, manufacturer identities. This just was, like, kind of, like, semi-generic sci-fi. Like, it just looks a little less, like, defined is all I'm saying. Because, like, seriously, what manufacturer do you think this is? Torg, maybe?
Oh. I'm seeing circles and lights. So no, you see it. Look.
No, what?
Go back a little bit, a few frames. Go back a few frames.
Torg right
On
there?
the first shot, we saw T.O. That has to be Torg.
Toge. It could be from another universe.
Toge.
Toge from
Guys.
Brawlhalla? Wait, isn't there like a character called Toge or something?
No.
No? Fuck. Damn it!
Guys, there's a new weapon manufacturer, Toge.
You know what
They only specialize in flying rocket launchers.
you know what the new weapons manufacturer should have been, and the new villains manufacturer should have been? Fucking Black Industries. Literally just bring Black from Slugterra into the game.
No, I mean at this point, like, yeah, bring a new weapon manufacturer called Ghoul, and just have all the themes be like Ghost from Modern Warfare.
But if it can't be sci-fi if it's not an acronym of some kind. G.H.O.U.L.
Oh yeah, it has to be like that.
It has to mean something, like in scientific circles.
The poop was really soft, so I'm gonna wait for it. It's supposed to rain again tomorrow, but then next week it's gonna be really sunny, so I'm gonna clean up all that. I could like clean the ones that are really in the way, but like I think it would still leave residue. So it's up to you if you want me to do that. I can try a few, but if it's like it'll leave residue. So
are you talking about poop softness?
Yeah, poop softness and density. My mom's a poop scientist.
Nice. Did she also write Borderlands 3?
Yeah, she wrote Borderlands 3. She made the poop rocket launcher. Legendary. It was really, really good.
Oh, and she was also, but I am not joking when I say this. Borderlands Science is literally like this whole like weird collaboration fund thing they did with some company that claims that every time you interact with Borderlands Science and like win the game, it like helps them study like feces or something. Oh my god, like hold on. Borderlands Science like trailer. Seriously, check this out, watch. Hey folks. Is this your mom? This is your mom.
Yeah, by Alex.
Researcher and your favorite person. Today I'm here
I don't
to
know
talk
about
to you
that.
about video games. And
They should have just had you be like the second voice of reason in the background of the trailer. And your favorite person. I don't know about that. Like you hear it in the other fucking room.
science and how we can grab both by their necks and make them hiss consensually. Long story short, by playing
Apparently I dislike this.
Borderlands 3,
I don't blame you.
real
I would too.
scientific research, as in data that helps real people in meat space. Speaking of meat, did you know that more than half the cells in our bodies are alien? Only 43% of our cells are of human origin. The rest belong to foreign microbes. These microbes have a massive impact on our body's health. The more we study microbes, the more we can learn about the accumulation of meat and existential terror that is the human body. These microbes are made up of DNA, just like us. Each microbe has its own special DNA signature, and similar species of microbes have
Why am I
similar DNA.
watching a TED Talk in a Borderlands 3 trailer?
Found in the human
Just
body,
wait.
which, remember, make up more than half of the cells in our body. We learn a ton about ourselves. To that end, the Microsetta Initiative collected tens of thousands of samples of, to use the scientific term, doo-doo. Extracted the DNA of the microbes inside and sequenced it. Now we just need to organize this data. Unfortunately, though computers excel at certain tasks like crunching numbers or tracking down specific pornography, they're not so good at organizing DNA information. See, different species of microbes have similar but not quite
See, it's
identical
funny
DNA.
because she said the
That means
porn
mapping their
word.
sequences can be kind of ambiguous. The computer makes lots of small mistakes that can corrupt downstream analysis. Which brings us back to video games. So we've got several million sequences that are each 150 nucleotides long that are riddled with small errors from the computer analysis. How can we get rid of all these errors? With your help. We've taken the millions of DNA sequences and broken them down into bite-sized puzzles that you can play and solve inside Borderlands 3. And try not to think about the fact that the DNA came from human excrement when I use phrases like bite-sized. By playing Borderlands Science inside Borderlands 3, you'll be directly helping our scientists organize and compare this dung data. The game is simple. You'll be confronted with different strands of DNA, each made up of individual tiles. It's your job to place as many of these tiles as possible in their appropriate row while matching the colors. It's not always possible to line everything up perfectly, but that's okay. By playing the game and matching the sequences, you'll also be identifying the errors in our computer analysis and helping scientists across the planet build a better algorithm for the future. And since all this research is open access, the entire scientific community will benefit from it. This research could directly lead to a universal catalog of all known microbes, which could lead to
How do I benefit, though?
medicine, exercise, the sky's the limit.
Don't worry, they tell you. You get like a fucking like booster or some shit.
And it all starts with you.
Damn it, I wish I had my face cam because I was like really like zoning out into the distance, like I'm questioning everything, like every decision that Gearbox was making. God damn it. I swear, my last video, that added so quite another layer to things, but fucking my camera is being a dick. So it didn't work with me.
Playing a video game. But if the pursuit of knowledge isn't enough of an encouragement to sort through virtual butt microbes, then fear not.
It's not.
Playing Borderlands Science earns you in-game currency you can spend on booster items for your characters. Oh, and this is all totally free. Just activate the Borderlands Science machine
Totally.
in Sanctuary 3 and sort some gut microbes.
How much do I earn, though?
Look at this YouTube video from the side. I'm a YouTuber. Almost 1 million views. God damn it. Where'd we go wrong? I guess.
I hate people.
Jesus.
Like,
Yeah. You go, Ryan Reynolds' career. It's over. Anyway, hi guys. I'm a YouTuber. And he just gets millions of dollars. Yeah, man. It's goofy stuff.
That is a really bad trailer. Holy shit.
Okay. Anything else? I don't know. Yeah, just gonna wait. And hope.
Yeah, just gotta wait.
Hoping it's good. Oh, they need to release like the like hardware requirements. I need to know if my computer can run it because I'm gonna be getting a job soon, regardless, and I'm gonna.
So do I.
Pay.
I need to know what I need to upgrade.
Yeah. I mean, you're gonna have to upgrade, period, for Doom Dark Ages because you definitely are gonna
Let me actually see. Bethesda's really good about putting their that out really soon. They're really good with that. Let me see.
Yeah, alright. 'Tis all I've got to say in the moment. Yeah. Just really.
Yeah,
just...
RTX 3080, so I'll get a 3090 for $3,000. Yeah, they need a 20. So we would be able to run this with like a 3060. I would be able to run this, but I would need to be on low quality.
Wait, did you actually find the requirements for Borderlands 3? For
No, for Doom. For Doom.
Okay. I mean, dude,
Doom
if you can run Doom with your computer, then yeah, I mean, Borderlands 4 is gonna be okay. There was also one moment on Alpes, where, just one more comment. This kind of like ribbed like appearance of the structure looks kind of like Borderlands, the pre-sequel Regolith Range. It kind of looks like this a little bit. Like whatever the hell this structure is, it has the texture, the vibe to it. They're probably not gonna get the same vibe of Elpis down correctly because it's probably gonna be a brief moment that you are interacting with it in the story. So what the fuck is the point of putting in as much effort as the pre-sequel did to flesh out the one environment you're gonna be in most of the time, right? But
yeah,
whatever. Okay, all right, yeah, I'm excited. Just gotta play it. Okie doke. That is all. Good. Bye bye.
I don't know how I feel about. Oh, you're done?
Yeah, I'm done with it. I was recording. Okay, a couple final things. Of course, I'm not done. You thought you fucking escaped me. Is Joltz released this video talking about how the blade guy probably specializes in the effect of doubling. What makes that ability particularly interesting is that it's like the return on it depends on what you're interacting with. He could technically double everything, and it might not mean much if he interacts with, let's say, something that's like the figurative equivalent to holding a penny. Now he has 2 pennies, okay, but then once you have some sort of gameplay opportunity you interact with that's now, like, you know, it has 100 rockets, doubling 100 rockets gives you fucking 200 rockets. He could always double things, which could be quite fucking overpowered. Okay, and then we have this Timekeeper enemy unit, which I have seen absolutely no one talking about, and it just, to me, it looked like it resembled the Halo Sentinel. So there you go. Those are 2 Halo things that they have checked off on the checkboxes there for inspiration, with those flood-type looking enemies, and now this. Okay, so here's just a location overview so far of Borderlands 4, like all the locations we know of. Alright, so we've got grasslands, not very Highland-like from 2, but, you know, more urban, like as in the type of grass that you could touch outside of your house, but you choose not to every single day. be included. I also suspect that this kind of like jungle type biome is sort of gonna intermingle with the greenery of the grasslands, and it's gonna sort of blend into marshes and, you know, rainforests and whatnot. Kind of nice. We also have this like Tibetan monk styled like kind of, you know, sanctuary outpost locations, which is precisely what those are going to be, by the way, since this is like a seamless quote unquote open world, as Randy hesitantly doesn't really want to call it. We're probably going to get like, you know, outposts we have to clear, and it'll establish a fast travel location, and then, you know, there'll be those wandering like NPCs which will start filling that location up to indicate that you've brought life back to it, and society is rebuilding itself for the resistance, and, you know, whatever. Alright, so next we have this rural countryside. I've noticed a lot of like old like wooden farmhouses. This could be like remnants of the old peaceful civilization that lived on this planet until suddenly the Timekeeper was like mined out of the planet's core, and then suddenly he just started ruling everything. Like pretty much imagine this place being like a hidden Earth or something, or pretty much a version of Earth in the Borderlands universe that the Society of had found a vault on that planet and then opened it, and then it released the Timekeeper, and then the Timekeeper possessed like the strongest, most ideal like human host or something, and that's what the Timekeeper is. And now they're suffering the effects of the very sudden and constrictive grasp of an alien tyrant. Okay, anyway, we also have order facilities. Yep, we've seen these in one image, actually, and then, yeah, we've saw it in the gameplay there. And one note I'd like to bring up is that it's peculiar that it kind of has the color palette of, like, the Atlas buildings from the first game. So, or just Atlas, period. So that's kind of interesting. Could be old world Atlas. Maybe Atlas knew about this planet even when it was shielded. There could have been like a, you know, a small punctured hole within the veil, and corporations actually did settle here, but you know, had left because the Timekeeper washed them out. Then we have the snowy evil place. That's that mountain there that's like all triangular and shit. That's gonna be definitely plot relevant to him, like charging the weird vault he made, probably gathering human souls along with slag and iridium now that Elpis is present. So then we got this like eco-brutalist kind of like palace that this like Aurelia looking character belongs to. Could also be somewhat related to those weird kind of pure white buildings. I'm still guessing that's like order related, but I don't know. They seem like they kind of belong within the same camp of vibes. Yeah. Then, of course, we got the typical, like, Borderlands desert biome, right? It's kind of a good move on their part to include this. Otherwise, a lot of people would feel like as if it's disconnected from the Borderlands feel. Like, this might be one of the first areas we visit until we get into the more crazy areas. It always starts with just something kind of familiar in the beginning of these Borderlands games. Then we, of course, have Elpis, so, yep, nothing to really say there. Oh, that's absolutely wrong. I can say plenty of fucking things, but at this point, I'm choosing to spare myself, and that just includes sparing you, because I don't want to do more work and talking. I am tired. But I just know I can't talk about it more. I don't have to. You don't have to prove that point. You've already proved it with the video. Good job. Good job. All right, just wanted to get you on the same page about hating me. Then there's like the caged mega city, which we're gonna like visit different like fractions of. There's gonna be like the evil cyberpunk high class, which I guess maybe evil Aurelia lady could be like teaming up with the Timekeeper or something, or maybe she's against it. I don't know. She seems too like pure and ooh, like nice. Then we have like the middle class, which are the portions of the city that are illuminated to be yellow, and then you have like kind of like the slums that are, you know, ridden amongst the muck and shit, and they're the outskirts. And I kind of like this. I like the vibe of this. I just want to see how it all gets sewn together in the continuity of this game's just campaign. Also, here's a bit of just connections I've been making. These are like probably like some of the Timekeeper's like, you know, discarded drills that he used to mine out this portion of the planet. Those are drills right there in this slum area. And then finally, there's gotta be like some sort of secret location they're not showing us, just like how they didn't reveal Necro DeFeo in the trailer. They didn't show anything about it. There's gonna be some sort of climactic, epic final location we visit, whether it's, you know, a pocket dimension like it was in pre-sequel with that Iridian mega structure that the Sentinel was at. or, you know, we go back to Pandora. We'll see. So there you go. Those are all the locations, or at least all the locations I think I got in Borderlands 4 that have been shown. There we go.